So, and you knew, based on the rules, that he was not supposed to be the chairman.
Yeah, we picked it up, but it was the CEO who said that he can nominate, it was because that was how I found it anyway. So it was then he was told that the contract committee chairperson should be yourself, not the vice chairman.
But that is what the rule says.
Yes. I think he knew about it because he's a seasonal area council staff.
But why didn't you refer him to the proper protocols?
Well, I did not refer to him to that.
All right, you may proceed to answer.
Any other question? Proceed. Yes, so still on the sale of the vehicle, on the vehicles, sorry. The seller.
Yes.
Was there in fact a proper auction that took place?
Proper auction, yes, there was. Because no, there wasn't. Because when we first brought the auctioneers to the garage.
Yes.
When they came in, some of them who came, the price. I said the price that was attached. Then they said the prices are high. So that was the time that myself and the CEO we said that okay, let us now go reduce the price and find people who are interested, and we sold it. And the Volvo was bought by somebody else. I don't know. I don't even know the guy who bought the Volvo. It was then Sheikh Boyo Sambu, then Mr. Jallo who bought the pickup. And that Mr. Nyabali's, the first Mitsubishi was not even auction. It was Mr. Nyabali came to the office and felt interested, and we sold it to him.
Will I be correct to say that there was no auction in the first place? You just had people who were interested, and then they bought these vehicles. There was no auction. That's the fact.
The first time when we said that we were going to auction the cars, some people were interested. When they came to inspect, they found out that it was very high, so they could not. So the second time, that was the time that we said we invited people who were interested to buy, and we sell them.
People
Yes.
that had interest, and people you spoke to that will come and have the prices been reduced. So there was no auction. Oh, there was no public auction, Mr. Sallah.
Yeah.
We admit, we move on. I need to hear your response.
Yes,
Move
yes.
on. Good. But why will you not have a public auction?
Yeah,
these vehicles, were they your private properties?
No, these vehicles we found, no, they were not. They were properties of the council.
So why will you flout the rules? Why will you not have a public auction? Why will you sell it to your friends and to yourselves? Is that how you are supposed to dispose of public property?
No.
So why did you do that, sir? Why would you be involved in that fraudulent act? Do you know how it was? You know why I call it a fraudulent act? Do you know why?
No.
The report clearly outlines it with bold words: suspected fraud. I wouldn't want to use this word. I mean, you're a gentleman, but then that's what clearly shows in this report. But the manner in which it was done, one cannot deduce anything from it apart from the fact that the actions were fraudulent, sir. And that would be a reasonable inference. Is that not the case?
Yes.
Now, just for the record, Mr. Jallo, how many vehicles did he buy at the time?
Mr.
Jallo.
One vehicle, the Toyota pickup only.
Just one vehicle?
Yes.
That is it the Toyota or the Mitsubishi?
The Toyota pickup.
The Toyota pickup?
Yes.
And then there were two Toyota pickups?
No, it was one Toyota pickup.
There were two Mitsubishis?
Two Mitsubishis.
Did you buy one of the Mitsubishi?
No, I did not buy.
How
I
many?
did not buy any of. I did not buy any of the cars.
You said you bought in the name of Jallo.
No, that one is the Toyota.
Yes.
Toyota pickup.
So the records will show that you were the one who bought it.
I did not pay for it. It was Mr. Jallo. who paid
You were the
for
one who bid for it.
it. Yes.
Exactly. So that's the only interesting issue here. The fact that you were the one who made the bid, not the bid. There was no bidding. There was no competitive bidding. We have already discussed this. So, any questions regarding the sale of the vehicles, commissioners?
Mrs. Sallah, were you aware the responsibility that the disposal committee have towards the disposal of the vehicles? Did you set up the disposal committee?
No, at the time there was no disposal committee at the Mansakongo Area Council. It was the contract committee that are aware what that was.
Yes.
You know Farmer Sidikan?
Yes, very well.
What is his role?
He's a member of the finance committee.
Finance committee. You work with him?
Yes, we worked with him.
Did he at any point in time write to you regarding this sale?
Write to me?
Yes.
No, I've never received any correspondence from him.
He didn't make any correspondence to your office regarding this sale.
I have never seen that.
Right? We will come back to that. Because he mentioned clearly that he wrote to you requesting for information regarding the funds. So you don't recall that?
I can. My channel of communication is not through the councillors, because if he writes to me, I think he writes to the chairman. Then chairman will instruct the CEO. Then CEO will this thing.
Are you not a member of the finance committee?
Yes, I'm a member.
So why will he not write to you? What will be inappropriate in him writing to you? If he feels that you are not following due process.
I have never received correspondence from Farmer Sedikan.
That's okay. That's all right. Now, what can you tell us about the amount, the monies that were paid, basically, that were paid to the account? Can you provide us with the evidence of payment?
Yes, they are in the bank statements.
Yeah, so you can refer us. Which bank is that?
Trust Bank. They are all in the Trust Bank account.
Can you refer us to the bank statement?
If I see the bank statements, I will be able to identify those payments.
So we will give you the bank statements, and probably will give you time to show us all the payments made.
Okay.
Now on page 10, there was an issue of use of privately sourced receipts. That's the GTRs. Do you follow?
Yes.
The finding was that the council procured general triplicate receipt books from a private printer in contravention to the above regulations. These were the receipts used to collect revenue from the council's conference center from its inception in 2019 to December 2020. We could not ascertain the source of the receipt books since they did not bear any information of the supplier and no documentary evidence such as payment vouchers. The books in the counterfoil receipt books register, and no record was provided to confirm the number of books supplied. Yes, please educate us on the issue of the privately sourced receipt books.
When the center was completed, there was a general council meeting, and from the general council meeting, it was agreed that the center will be used as an income generating source. So we agreed from the council, from the general council, that there was an agreement to be made to make it a separate entity of the council. And an account was opened with Supersonic. And when we opened the account, we printed private receipts from one supplier. And when the center manager, because from that day, a center manager was appointed by the general council to oversee the management of the conference center. So instruction was given to get an invoice, a receipt to run the center. So he will use those receipt books. Then after the retirement, when he comes to the council, when he retires, when he deposits those monies to the accounts, then he comes to the finance department to retire. Then there he is given a GTR receipt books.
How can you have a separate entity from the area council? How is that possible?
That center was purposely for income generating. The idea was we will make it as a income generating, sort of. No expenditures until when we deem it fit to transfer, and that was the time we were only depositing on the supersonic account at that time until when we had salary issues. We moved the funds from the supersonic to our trust bank account.
But you cannot have, you see, Mr. Sallah, your problem is when we ask for questions, you will now want to dribble everyone, forgetting that there is an investigation done already and there is evidence gathered regarding what we will ask you. It will not do you any good if you keep on doing that.
Mr. Gomez, I'm not here to dribble, I'm
okay,
not here. Yes, that is not my mission.
Let's find out. We found out moments ago you have done that, but let's find out again.
I must tell you that I'm not very well. I'm just I just want to respect this thing, but I'm not very. You know that it's not. I have been having stomach aches since yesterday night.
I don't know that.
Yeah, so and that is why I'm saying that you were saying that maybe I was shouting yesterday and today I'm not, and that's not the case.
That's fine.
Yeah, so I just want to put it on record that I respect the commission. That is why.
Let me say your health is paramount.
Yes, exactly.
You can always make any prayer. You can always ask the chairperson, the commissioners.
Yeah.
You can talk to them for anything that you want. If you want them to give you time, it is not within my powers.
Yes, it's okay.
You understand? And I think they are hearing what you are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
And then whatever you want to say to the commissioners and the chairperson, you can do that.
Yes.
These are things that are beyond my powers, sir.
No, I just want to say that because you said I was shouting, and today I'm showing in a low voice,
Not
and
shout loud.
that is what I want to say.
Yes. So now back to the issue regarding the receipt books. Well, you said there was it was agreed at the General Council.
Yes.
Do you have the minutes, sir?
It's in the minutes.
Provide us with the minutes.
Yeah.
When can you provide us with the minutes, sir?
I will contact the account assistant, admin officer.
Were you instructed at that meeting to privately procure receipt books?
Yes.
Clearly?
Clearly.
Okay. I mean, we want to see the minutes of that meeting.
That is why in my statement I said I will be surprised to hear that in my statement to see that the chairman is said that he was not aware. I said it in the minute and it's on record.
No, but if you have the evidence,
yes,
anyone can say they are not aware. But if you have the evidence, you provide it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's as simple as that.
No problem.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
The problem will only arise if you do not have the evidence. So, did you follow the procurement rules to procure these receipts?
No, that one we did not.
Why?
We did not.
Why?
Because when we said
yes,
it's a private, we are going to operate on a private listing, we said we do not follow the procurement listing rules.
But why? You keep on saying we. The instruction was for you to procure private receipts as far as you're concerned by the General Council. Is that not the case?
Yes.
If that was the case, you should have continued to follow due process. Is that not the case, sir?
Yeah.
Then why did you not follow the procurement rules? Why did this not pass through procurement? Why will you do it by yourself?
No, I did not do it by myself. I was authorized by the CEO to get those invoices.
Where is the authority that you received from the CEO?
No, there was no authority. It was a verbal communication that Sallah gets the.
Sallah,
yes.
Come on, you're way smarter than this. You should be way. You cannot be. I mean, don't reduce yourself to this, my friend. You cannot do that.
And that was the case.
Yes, but we will take what you are saying from somebody who is below your level, not you. You know, if you are to have authority, it has to be written. Do you not know that?
Yes.
Exactly. So don't give us that excuse, because we will not take it. We wouldn't advise the commission. In fact, we need not advise them to not take it, because they will not take it. They know better. So in the absence of evidence of authority, and now you are saying that the CEO, you are surprised that the CEO is kind of giving you his back?
No.
So if he gives you his back, where is your evidence?
When the General Council, when we had the meeting, until the General Council says,
Yes.
agreed on,
Yes.
then the CEO said, okay, you go and get us receipts, and that's what we did. We first provided 10 receipts, 10 receipt books, and that's how they started.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, my point is, you did not follow due process
Yes.
in procuring these books.
Yes, that's
We
true.
wouldn't know how many books were procured by you.
I wouldn't know.
No, you will know, of course.
Yes, that's what I said. I
But
said
you
10.
don't work for yourself.
Yes.
You are working for the public.
Yes.
And therefore, you are supposed to have records of these things.
Yes.
So no one will know
Yeah.
how many books are being procured. Is that not the case, sir?
Yes.
And if that is the case, it means we will never have a fair representation of how much money you have collected.
No, we first brought 10 books were printed. The first instance.
No, I'm not talking about what you have done. What you have done must be evidenced. There has to be evidence to show. Because you don't work for yourself. We agreed on that. It's not your area country, it's not your property, it's not your business. But you guys will make it your business, because you guys will decide how you want to run it and disregard all the rules. And now, how many receipt books did you procure
10.
altogether?
10.
Where is the evidence, sir? That you have procured just 10 books.
The evidence, I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah,
You don't know.
no, I can honestly say that 10 books were printed for the phone instance. Yeah, but the evidence might not be there.
Let me tell you one thing. I would genuinely want to believe everything you say here. I wish I can believe anything you say, and I want to do that. The same way you were not supposed to work for yourself, I am not here for myself as well. When we step out here and you tell me the same story, I can guarantee you there's a 90% chance that I will pity you and then believe what you are saying. That is not how the world operates. When you serve the public, that is not how you operate. It's not my property, it's not your property. So now, how many books did you procure? You said 10.
Yes.
Where is the evidence of that?
Well, there was no evidence. But I want to, anyway, whatever I say in this commission is the truth, because I am on the oath and I...
No. Whatever
10 books were procured.
Whatever you say before the commission...
Yes, 10 books were procured.
Hear me out. Whatever you say in this commission before the commissioners, we expect it to be the truth, but if you must back it up.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
So if you say you have procured 10 receipt books, you have to show that you have indeed procured 10 receipt books. Is that not the case, sir?
That is true.
Now, you don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have the evidence.
And my point is, where I was driving at, is that if you do not have that, which means we will not have that. And if we do not have that, which means we cannot know exactly how much money we are talking about that these receipts will generate.
Yeah, that's true.
Loud, please.
Yes, that's true.
Again, would that not be a fraudulent act, sir?
Well, you cannot go, because I think the amount collected by the center manager is deposited to the accounts.
No, but we don't know. We don't have the numbers. Yeah. But we don't have the numbers. If you have procured 20 receipt books and you only tell us 10 and we go by your word, you want us to go by everyone's word, what they say is just the truth, nothing else but the truth? You procure 20 receipt books, you declare 10, and the only thing we will know is the amount of receipts that will be in those 10 books, and that's it?
Honestly, if I procure 20 books, I would say it's 20 books I procured. The number of books I procured is the one I said.
Now, Mr. Sallah, would it have been correct when you procured those receipt books? You ought to have, as required under your financial regulations, to enter those receipt books in the CB CB, CRB, CRBR
Yes.
book. Did you record it there?
No, those ones, you only enter the CRBR on the procurement, on the procured receipt books from GPPC. Those are the ones we entered, because once we collect those ones, we enter in the CRBR, and whoever takes the receipts enters his name under the receipt number and from the receipt numbers.
Yes, the CRBR, is it not a form of counter check and balance?
Yes.
To be able to do reconciliation at the end of the day, because when you issue the receipt books to any person that is authorized to have access to those receipt books, you could go back to the CBR, what is it called? CRBR.
Yes.
Register to confirm.
Yes.
So, but these are receipt books purchased for the purpose of a council's activity, a council's particularly project that will generate income.
Yes.
For the council. Now, my question is, the income that was supposedly to be collected from the center, was it not reflected in the budget forecast of the council?
Yes, it is.
So why should it be treated as an independent entity when it is already forecasted in the budget as an asset that would generate income, which income has to be used in the activities of the council?
Even in the budget, it was stated an investment. It was captured in the budget, but under investment.
Yes, but
Yes.
it all is it now? Okay, let me ask: is it now a receivable?
Yeah, it is revenue.
That is what I'm saying.
Yes.
It is revenue.
Yes.
So you forecasted on that revenue that you are to receive or were receiving.
Yes.
Right? So my take is that those books ought to have been in the CRBR record.
Yes.
So was it an oversight or was it a mistake?
I think it's a mistake, man.
All right. Thank you. You can proceed.
Mr. Sallah. Mr. Sallah.
Yes.
Was it correct to acquire private receipt books?
No, at the time when we all agreed that it has to be an investment. At that time, we didn't know. Personally, I didn't know that it was a crime to get, because the idea was we will use the GTR, we will use the private receipt books. Then after retirement, then we will use the GTR receipt books. Because if you use now we have realized that the GTR receipt book is in 50 seats, and sometimes you may have guests up to 50 per night. So if you use the GTR receipt books, like the frequent usage or like the demand for the printing of those GTR receipt books will be very high, and GPPC receipt books are more expensive than the other.
Okay, but directives were given that you cannot use private receipt books. Not so. That's the law.
Yes, by law. Yes.
Why did you use it?
No, General Council resoluted. So when the
No. General Council resolution cannot be above the law. Let's accept that.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, just before you proceed, did you realize that Section 404 sub 1 and Section 406 sub 1 of your manual specifically provided for in relation to official receipts? And it indicated that official receipts must be issued. It said, upon receipt of any money from any source, an official receipt, that is a DTR, must be issued by the collector / accounting staff for the amount received in the name of the person, institution or organization that has paid the money. The term official receipts include all receipts, licenses, certificates, permits, tickets, etc., used for collection of revenue. All collections made by accounting staff should be immediately deposited into the council's bank accounts using pre-numbered pay-in slips. Was this done?
No, that was not.
Thank you. You can proceed.
Thank you. Any other? Yes. See, so we're still on the issue of the privately procured receipt books.
And sorry, let me just remind Mr. Sallah that Mr. Honorable Silla asked, he said there was a resolution. But do you think that resolution of council should supersede what the law states?
No, it shouldn't.
So in this instant, section 405 sub 1 of the financial manual, which mandatorily provides that the CEO should only procure receipt books from the authorized institution.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So the CEO failed to do that.
Yes.
Thank you. You can proceed.
On page 11 of the audit, you said you procured 10 receipt books, sir?
Yes.
You have on page 11 the table showing the details below are the seen receipt books during the audit. You have the seen books and the breakdown of the total books that they could trace. So they said they have 9 receipt books that they saw. But then out of the 9, you have the serial number 00118 to 00150. It was not posted in the cash book. That's one. And then also, if you turn to page 12, there was a further comment because the management made a response to.
Sorry, Mr. Sorry.
Yes.
Can you please explain to us what the auditors said when they said that the books were each duplicated? Because if you look at the table below, they have listed substantial receipt numbers that were duplicated and not in the cash book. If you look at the first one, which was the 16th, from the 16th of December 2020 to the 1st to 22nd of January 2020, receipt serial number 0001 to 00050 is duplicated and is not in the cash book. So can you explain for us to understand? Even though you said it was 10 that was produced,
even
it was realized that out of that 10, they could see 9, and in that 9, there were some which were duplicated. 3 of the books were duplicated.
Myself, I get to know those things when I went to the investigators, because I said it that I was not privy with this audit report, because then I was already packing up for Basse. But I said it to my surprise. I did not. I was not aware of this until when I had engagements with the investigators, and they said some of the books were duplicated. But I never knew about that, honestly. I never knew that there were duplications in the receipt books.
But you've told the commission that it is through a resolution of council that you were instructed to procure these books.
Yes.
When the procurement was done, did you counter-check whether what you procured is what was supplied to you?
No, what we confirmed was the 10 books that I did not check the serial numbers, to be honest. Yes.
So, is it a mistake on your part not to have counter-checked?
It was an error on my side to check. I would have checked the serial number properly. Maybe that could have been the case.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed. Sorry.
Just like it is more than that, but we'll come to that. I will draw your attention to still what the auditors will keep on highlighting in subsequent pages, back to the issue of the duplicate, because most of these books have been duplicated. And then just for about 7 receipt books, the amount collected is $1 million plus. So, and then the investigators unearthed the fact that there were 2 batches of 10 books each, which is 20 as far as they can ascertain, and it's even way less than the one the auditors really found out. So which means you have more than 20 books that were operational and monies were collected. Do you understand that?
Yeah, in my statement, I said the first instance we provided 10 books. Then later on, that was during the past CEO's time. Then when those books were exhausted, during the CD Toure's time also, we procured another books.
You did not
But
say
those,
that. You did not say that. You did not say that. When I asked you the question, you said 10 books were procured.
for the first instance.
You never said for the first instance. See, I'm okay if you are saying for the first instance. You can change your story as much as you want.
It's in the statements, it's in my statements.
But you never referred to me in your statement. In your oral testimony, you said 10 books were procured. Now show me in your statement where you said others were procured. It all still forms part of your evidence. Which page?
I could remember the use of the first 10 consignment of these books is
The
procured.
fourth page. Let me refer to the 4th page. That is where you address the issue of the privately sourced or procured receipt books.
2, 3. Yes, the fourth.
Yes. So where did you state the numbers?
1,
You
2,
just
3.
draw
The
our
third part,
attention.
I could remember the use of the first 10 consignment of these books procured by the then CEO Passis and later secured another consignment of 20 books, which include both pro forma invoices and receipts on the instruction of the current CEO, CDK Toure.
What line? Which line is that?
First, second, third line.
Yes. I could remember the use of the first 10 consignment of these books.
Yes.
Procured by the CEO, Passis.
Yes. And later secured another consignment of 20 books, which includes the pro forma invoices and receipt on the instruction of the current CEO. The books were procured from another supplier in the person of Ibrahim Saidi, Ba of Talending.
So there were more than 30 books.
Yes.
And this was procured by yourself.
Yes.
You are writing in your statement as if it's Passis who procured it.
They instructed me
No, but
to.
you were the one who did the procurement, sir.
I cannot procure the books without their
You
instruction.
don't have evidence of the instruction. Do you have it?
They can never deny because they gave it the instruction.
Forget about what they will do. If they come here and then they agree with you, that's okay. It will put both of you in the same boat. Because what had happened is unlawful, is illegal. You see, do you think I am trying to just put you, just you yourself in this issue and then exclude Passis? No. I have no issue regarding Passis, whether he's involved or not. As far as the court shows, if he's involved, it's fine. If he comes here and says that he's also part of it, that's okay. And that would be honest of him to do. You are the one sitting here, and you're the one who did the procurement. Is that wrong?
I will never fear what I have done.
Is that wrong?
What I have done, I will never fear. If I said it, what I'm telling the commission is it was under the instructions of the CEOs. If I had taken the responsibility, I would say yes, I have done. And because I have nothing to fear on this thing.
That's okay.
Yes. Because I said it in the beginning that I am not here to mislead or whatever I said is the truth. Passis instructed me to get the books. And later when they were finished, they said when the books were finished, then the other CEO also instructed me, but this time around we got the pro forma invoice and the receipt. That is my statement.
Mr. I am grateful
Yes.
for the information.
Yes.
It does not exclude you, no Passis, but then Passis will have to also come The only problem is if he says he did not instruct you, then you have a problem because you'll be alone in this issue. Do you understand that? And that's why I asked for the clear words of instructions, which you say it does not exist because it's an informal instruction. Is that not the case, sir?
Yes.
So which means you will get your evidence. The commission have had your evidence that you were instructed informally by a past citizen, and it will only be fair to you.
Yes.
But then, as far as we are concerned, now that you are here before us and you agreed that you actually did the actual procurement.
Exactly.
And so we deal with that. When past citizen comes, we will confront him with your assertion.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Very well.
So the point now is there were more than 30 books that were being procured.
Yes.
And out of the 30, only 7 or so could be even traced financially, the records.
No, during the exercise, during the audit exercise in 20, when these people came in, we stopped using those ones. Immediately when they checked, they were stopped. So the second consignment, we did not use up to 3 books.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Even those books, only 7, even when the investigators of the commission went, they can only have access to 7 books, which totals an amount of $1,810,450 is just 7 books out of more than 30 books, sir.
No, the books, what I'm saying is the first 10 books, when they're finished, then the second consignment, we did not even use up to 5 books.
You
That's
see,
what I'm saying.
But how will we know that? The records don't show it. So that brings us back to the duplicates, what we have been asked by the chairperson on page 11. When you have collection period between December 2020 to January 2020, the serial book 00001 to 50, they were duplicated and not in the cash book. These collections did not feature anywhere. The monies that were generated could not be traced. The same with 001 to 0050 in 2021, duplicated and in the cash book, but it was duplicated. So what would be in the cash book would not be the real amount of money that was collected. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
That's as simple as it gets. The third one, again, in 2021, 00051 to 00100, duplicated and not in the cash book. So you have 2 books of the same serial numbers, collections being used in both, and all the monies not featuring in the cash book. Where I am driving at, Mr. Sallah, Sallah, right?
Yes.
Is that if you can generate $1 million plus in only 7 books, you have more than 25 books that are not traceable, which means you have caused financial loss of more than close to $10 million, sir. Do you understand that?
There is nowhere that we can collect 25 million in that conference.
No, but that
this thing, yes. No, I just want to say it. There is nowhere that we can collect 25. What I can say is the first 10 books, when they are exhausted, the second consignment, I think nothing more than 3 books or 4 books were used. That I can say.
Did you say there is no way you can collect more than 25
million in that conference center?
No.
In that conference center, I mean.
This is why I am saying you are misleading everyone here. Because
no, you.
Go ahead.
You are the one saying that we have missed. If we collect 3 books or 7 books to have 1 million
plus close to $2 million.
Yeah, then the 25 books will cost us a loss of 25 million. That's what
I'm just trying to tell you how much money is unaccounted for. Because if you procure the books and you don't account for it, we have no choice but just to go by the amount of books that you have procured. It's a simple math. Do you understand the logic?
Yes, I understand now.
And do you agree with the logic?
Yeah.
That's the point. You cannot account for it, and the books, they have been procured. Or do we just take it that they were procured but never used? Sir?
Yeah, the ones that when the auditors came in, they said we stopped using it. Immediately we stopped using those
But
ones.
the evidence, it has to show that this what has been procured. These are the used books, and there are
balance.
guidelines in the financial manual as to how you dispose of used receipt books.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
So none of it were followed. So if we were to follow the numbers, millions have been lost. So on page 14 of the audit report, it says that we noted unaccounted duplicate receipts of $977,600. These were books supplied by the unknown private printer for the council's conference center. Some of the exhausted GTRs revealed that the first ones used were not posted to any cash book, and the subsequent GTRs were posted to collectors' cash book and the main cash book of the council. These collections were not traced to any of the council's bank accounts.
Yes, those one, the bank account for the supersonic was not provided, but those 900 and this thing is in the supersonic bank account.
See, we are not taking the evidence of the auditor to be final, but it carries heavy weight.
Exactly.
It is the evidence of a professional.
I quite agree with that.
And so
that 900 and this thing is in the supersonic account.
that's okay.
Yes.
If you can show it, that's okay. But the evidence does not show that. Do you understand that? So whatever you say here will have to be backed up by evidence. Do you get the point? And these are duplicates. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So, Mr. Sallah, you...
Sorry. Point of correction. You've been calling him Mr. Sallah all the time. He's Mr. Sallah. Sallah. Thank you.
Sallah is more nicer than Sallah anyway, so don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Says that the manager, the details of the unaccounted duplicates are in the table below. So let me read you. You have the serial number 001 to 0050, not available. 0051 to 100, not available. 151 to 200, not available. And that's it, it goes on. So why will you not account for books that you procure, sir?
Why would I account for?
Why will you not account for privately sourced? In the first place, you were not supposed to, it was wrong. Even if they give the instruction, it was totally wrong to do that. The law is very clear. You have to, these books must be procured from the Gambia printing. Is that not the case?
Yes.
And this we all know. We don't need to cite you the law. You know that that is the correct thing to do. Even if they had instructed you to do otherwise, you should have advised against it. Would that not be correct, sir? And which you did not do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly. So now,
You know, the center, when they appointed the center manager, it was in our correspondence that center manager cannot manage at the same time receive revenues. We
Yes.
said, let us appoint an accounts clerk to take over the payments. These are series. We had series of meetings. The chairman will be here and will sit on my seat here, will come here. And I think I had two of the memos I wrote to him, reminding him of my agreement with him to appoint an accountant or an accounts clerk to take over the responsibility of collecting the revenue from the conference center. I keep on reminding him on several occasions since when we started. But anytime anytime we had meetings, he would say yes, it will be done. And until of late, when Lamin Fati was appointed, but it takes at least it takes some while before an accountant was appointed. And I think that was the reason why most of the time the center manager was receiving the cash and also responsible for banking. And there are a lot of
Mr. Sallah, there was a recommendation for the council to receive to recover the sum of 1,030,000 and $50 from the receiving officer. I presume is Modu Sedikan. Did you recover that amount of money from him?
You know, I told you that when before the audit report was finalized, then I was moved to.
But did you check to find out whether that was done?
I told you that I did not see the audit reports for the conclusion of the audit testing. So
you are not part of, you were not part of the people that gave the management response?
For the 2020-21?
Yes.
No, I was
You were not part of the people that gave management response?
No, I was not part of it.
So this was specifically done by the CEO?
Exactly.
Only by the CEO and the current finance officers that are on the ground at Mansakonko?
Well, yes, because I did not participate in
they did not call you in consultation or for clarification of any of these issues?
Nobody calls me on that.
Thank you. Yes, you can proceed.
Yes. Commissioner Silla wants to ask a question.
Mr. Saleh, how do you, as the Chief Finance Officer of the Council, a management letter is being issued and you are not part of those responding to the issues, how do you feel about that?
No,
did you ever try to ask the CEO that you have to be part of the responding team?
No, shortly after the audit, when the audit was done, before they finalized, you know, it takes a duration. So within that time, that was the time I was moved to Basse.
Now, the council said that the time that you have not been there, you've been excused for that.
Yes.
But this is the time that you were there. You cannot have it both ways.
Yes, when I was moved to Basse, nobody contacted me about the management response to those issues. Nobody contacted me.
Now, you have been asked to account for 1,524,422.74. Can you tell us anything?
Myself?
Yes. This is what you have stated in your statement.
Yes, on the issue of the on-account revenue collected amounting to this. Yes, I said it on the issue of the unaccounted revenue collected amounting to 1,520,000 something, that the audit report having my name featured in this could have been related to the instance where I go to the field for supervision. I said it here, that during such time, some demand notes do make payments to me directly, most by check, and I will issue them with GTR receipt books. The audit queries could have been associated to the fact that such transactions were not recorded in the cash book. Because, you know, when I collected this, those demand notes, they are paid directly to the accounts, and it did not reflect to the cash book, and that is my statement. And it was during the investigation time that I get this information.
Yes, but it seems what the auditors are saying and what you are saying in your statement are two different things. Because what the auditors are saying is that this amount is unaccounted for. And what you are saying in your last paragraph, you are presuming that this is what the auditors have taught, which we cannot reconcile.
What?
Because you said the audit query could have been associated to the fact that such transactions were not recorded in the cash book.
Yes. It was not recorded in the cash book.
What?
It was not recorded in the cash book. Because these are demand notes. This 1 million plus, these are demand notes.
But if they
collected,
are demand notes
yes,
and they are checks issued to you,
yes,
and money is paid into the account,
yes,
do you think it would have been difficult for the auditors to pick that this 1,500,000 plus, you understand, is unaccounted revenue which was collected. They could not have come to the conclusion that it's a revenue that is collected and is not accounted for, because what this presupposes, I may be wrong in my understanding, so you stand to correct me. What this presupposes is that they could not trace this in the cash book, in the ledgers, and finally in the bank statements. And this is why they said this revenue is unaccounted for.
I would not agree with the auditors to say that this 1,524,000 is unaccounted for.
Yes.
If they say that it is not entered in the cash book, that I can agree,
yes.
because most of the collections that I do is on demand notes,
Yes.
and all demand notes are not paid in cash; they are all paid in checks.
Yes.
I don't receive cash. I said it in my earlier testimony that I never receive cash.
Yes, but you as the Director of Finance, and I believe that these issues were raised as questions which you should have provided answers for. Did you provide the answers to the auditors?
I said this when
Did you give these answers? What you are telling us now, did you give that to the auditors? Because if you look at the audit report, you were in receipt of this. This was finally sent on the 18th of July 2023.
18th of?
18th of July 2023. The report is dated 18th of July 2023 and addressed to the Chief Executive Officer of Mansakonko Area Council.
Yeah. I left Mansakonko Area Council on the 12th of July 2023 for Basse. 12th of July 2023 for Basse.
And this was sent, and before this final version was sent, I presume that drafts were sent whilst you were in Mansakonko. Am I correct?
Well, you know, drafts are sent to the CEO and the chairman, and they don't copy the finance director. I have never, honestly, it is when I have engagements with the investigators. Those are the times that I get to know about.
But what interest would the CEO have in holding on to draft or the reports that have issues that you could clarify and put to rest? Because these are amounts that are being quoted as revenue that was collected and was not accounted for. Why would the CEO keep those documents to himself?
Well, I wouldn't.
Or the chairman?
Because even myself, I was even surprised to say that unaccounted revenue collected. Because me, I don't collect revenue. All I collect is the demand notes. And the demand notes specifically, they are paid in checks or bank transfers. And those ones are there in my responsibilities, as I said.
Thank you. Mr. Sallah, you understand perfectly well what the chairperson is saying, but we will get there. I mean, you could not account for it. If it is not in the cash book, it is unaccounted for. It's as simple as that. But then we will also discuss that briefly as well, in addition to what the chair is stating. So basically, on page 16, you know, there was a recommendation made for by the auditors. They said that the amount of $1,030,000 should be recovered from the council cash receiving officer in the event no evidence of deposit is provided. We also noted unaccounted collections of $318,300 by the guest house manager. These were monies collected and posted in the manager's cash book, but were not paid to the council's cash receiving officer or deposited to the council's accounts. Do you also want to limit the liability to just the cash officer and the manager as well for these monies?
Well, with the collection of the center, I was not responsible, to be honest.
What do you mean you're not responsible? What do you?
There was a center manager appointed responsible for collecting revenue.
And who is that?
Mamadou Sediba.
Go ahead, chairperson. Yeah. So who was that?
Mamadou Sediba.
Mamadou Sediba.
Yes.
So he was responsible
for collecting revenues in that center.
Of course.
Yes.
For collecting revenue.
Yes.
And he decides what he does with the money.
He decides
what he will do with the money. collected revenue?
You know, the centers, I must say the center, there are a lot of confrontation between myself and the CEO.
Forget that.
Yes.
Is Mohamed Siriba responsible and decides with absolute powers as to what he does with the revenue collected?
He collects and banks the money. That's what
he banks the monies.
Yes, that's what
he does not bank the money. Let me tell you let me read to you what it says in his statement, which is exhibited. The date is 14th of November 2023. That's Momodu Sidiba. Is that not correct? Said, I was posted to the center by the then management under the leadership of CEO Paz Cisse. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
During my postings at the center, I was designated by the management to collect revenue from the center.
Exactly.
I was issued privately procured GTR's receipts books by the CEO Cisse and that of finance by Jibbi Sallah.
Yes.
Are you saying yes, sir?
Yes.
To collect revenue from the tenants and to submit the exhausted receipt books to the finance and subsequently receive another supply from the Director of Finance. That's you. Yes. I started collecting revenue from the center without being issued a cash book and subsequently collected a total amount of $623,098. $623,098, which was deposited in Kazu's account at Supersonics as per the GTR receipt books issued to me by Director of Finance. I cannot provide some other exhausted used receipt books to the investigation because the used receipt books are submitted to the Finance Department. That's you. Therefore, the Director of Finance should be able to produce the said used receipt books for verification. During my reconciliation with the investigator, it is discovered that some receipt books for 2020 and 2021 are not seen. I am sure that the said books are within the Director of Finance. So he will submit the make collection subsequently, submit to your office, and you will now issue him with another book. So he was being supervised by you, sir.
He never submit to me. He submit to the finance manager. I designated the responsibilities to the finance manager.
See again.
No, that's a wrong statement, Mr. Gomez.
Okay.
For him to say that he submits to me.
Yes.
No, he submits to the director, to the finance manager.
Who is the head?
I'm the head.
Who supervises the finance department?
I supervise the finance department.
So everything that happens under your watch. You give instructions. You know what is happening in your office, and therefore you are the head. You are the ultimate individual responsible. Is that not the case?
Yeah, but
so you cannot tell me that revenue will be collected at the conference center, and you know nothing about those funds.
Except the bank transfers, I said, the bank deposits, the lodgements. That's the only thing I know about.
No, that's not correct, sir.
Yeah, that's correct.
You were issuing receipt books privately procured. So you must know where those monies are going to. You must know where those monies are going to. You are the one who are procuring this over 20 or 30 receipt books.
The only thing I know is the money that is received from the center is taken to the bank, is lodged to the bank. That's the only thing I know.
No.
Because personally, I had no instances where I will go to the center or even whereas myself I have a guest, I pay.
Do you not have records of the receipts you will give to the center manager?
I said, both the center manager, it was the response. I gave directive to the finance manager to issue when the books are exhausted. He does not even deal directly with
My friend,
me.
if you give directive,
yes,
it means these are your words. They act on your directive,
exactly,
on your instruction.
So if he uses a receipt and the receipt is exhausted, he comes to the finance department, to the finance manager, and I reconcile with him. He gives him another book.
On whose instructions?
Under my instructions.
My friend.
Because I'm the head of the department.
It's not as if people were doing acts within your department without you knowing. These are all happening by your instructions, sir.
Yes.
So you are on top of things. You know what was happening.
Yes.
You know how many books you have procured, from whom you have procured these books, how many receipts will be there, how much each book will generate. You know all of these things.
No, I wouldn't know how much each book will generate because I wouldn't be there to.
How much money will you pay for a book if you don't know how many receipts will be there?
Normally, when he exhausts the receipt books and he comes to retire, Not sometimes he will not even wait until the exhaustion of the book. Sometimes when he goes to the lodgements, when he deposits those monies, he will come to the office, and the director the finance manager will issue him with receipts.
Yes.
GTR receipt book
Yes.
to say that this is the amount you used under lodgements.
That's naturally.
Yes.
So who does the finance manager report to?
Who does the?
Finance manager report to?
He reports to me.
Mr. Sallah, see, you have to be going out in circles to accept simple things. Very, very simple things. Why would you have to do that? Huh? So you have 2022, October, November, the serial numbers 874 to 900, $211,000 is in the cash book, and these monies were not traced. They could not be traced. The same with 111 to 117 as well. Now, going to discuss the unaccounted revenue collection, the amount of $1,514,422 is 74 butut. These were collections that were not paid to the receiving cashier since they were not posted in the main cash book. No evidence of banking was provided to confirm that these were paid to council. Details are below. Now, you are saying that you will normally go supervise collections, and then probably that is where this amount of money comes from. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Yes, because I don't have a cash book. So when I collect, when the demand notes, I only collect demand notes.
Why do you repeat the file? You don't have cash. Why would you not have a cash book?
No, I don't have a cash book for this collection.
You don't even keep a cash book, do you?
Yes, I don't keep a cash book.
So you collect revenue?
I collect revenue.
And you don't keep cash book?
Yes.
Mr. Sallah.
No,
So if you don't keep a cash book, how will you be able to account for money that you've collected?
I don't keep a cash book for this one.
You are murmuring, sir.
I said I don't keep a cash book.
But then how can you account for money that you collect? I want to understand how you will be accounting for revenues that you collect if you don't have a cash book, sir. Can you tell the commissioners, explain to them?
It will be difficult.
It will be impossible. Not difficult, impossible. So how can you now deny or try to say that what the auditors are saying is not correct when you don't have a cash book? This $1 million is plus. How can you make or convince the commissioners that they should not go by the findings of the auditors when you don't have a cash book, sir? We want to hear your own side.
Well, I can only say that this 1 million, this amount collected was deposited because this was not.
Please increase your voice, sir.
I said these monies. I can say that they are collected and banked to the council's account.
I mean, I had told you I want to believe that.
Yes.
And why wouldn't I don't believe that? I want to believe that.
Yes.
Why will I want you to be responsible for 1 million plus? I mean, it will be difficult to accept liability in this amount of this amount. But then, where is your books of accounts? Where are the books of accounts? Where did you record this? Collections. That is the question.
Yeah, it was not recorded, but it was revenue collected and deposited to the accounts.
Yes,
that I can 100% show.
The 100% will be qualified when you have your books of accounts, when you have your records, when you have your cash book. This is what will show that indeed the monies that were collected were definitely can definitely be accounted for. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So you don't have that.
Well,
you don't have that.
The evidence I can check in the bank statements.
No, the evidence, the bank statement.
It will be in the bank statement. You
know,
know,
that's why you have reconciliation.
Yes.
The bank statements, the cash book. That's why you have reconciliation. Yeah. That's why you must do monthly reconciliation. The bank statement alone, they don't even speak for. They cannot account for everything. They don't account for everything. You know it. You know what I am saying is true. You are the expert in accounts. So don't allow me to lecture you on what is right and what is wrong. You don't allow that. I mean, you know where you have gone wrong. So you should have just done the honorable thing and agreed with the chairperson that these monies, you can't account for it. Would that be correct? The Sallah?
Yes, when I say I cannot account for it, meaning this monies, I know that it was received and that deposited to the accounts. That I am 100%.
Can you account for it?
They should be in the bank statement. It will reflect in the bank statement. We can trace them out in the reports.
What is the purpose of reconciliation? Reconciliation.
The purpose is reconciling the cash book balance and the bank statements.
So why would we now just go by the bank statement alone without the cash book? Would that be a very complete, adequate, sufficient reconciliation?
No, but it will guide us as to whether the monies.
Will it conclude as to the actual financial position?
No, it wouldn't.
So therefore, it will be correct to say that it cannot be accounted for.
Okay.
Not okay. You can disagree. You can agree, but if you disagree, you will have to provide better explanation. Do you agree?
Yes.
Good. Now, any questions for the witness before?
Mr. Sada, if you look at the same page 17 on the audit report, it's specified that in 2021, receipt numbers starting with 300-45001 to 300-4550, an amount of 40,100 was not accounted for and could not be confirmed from the bank statement. Then you have receipts number from 300-4551 to 300-4600. The details of these amounts were not specified, and the amount, unaccounted amount, was 64,500. Then receipts numbers starting from 300-5901 to 300-5950, the details are not specified, and the unaccounted amount was 1,200,512.74 bututs. And what is noted is the fact that there was no reference to any of the banks that you bank with that these monies were banked. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I can only talk about the presented GTR of 3006051 to 3006100, because this, the auditor said, was unpresented, and it was later when I came to the investigators, we found out these books. I went back to the office, and at that time I was even told that this book was presented at the National Audit Office, and I went back to the National Audit Office to pick it from them before they conclude with these accounts. Because when I was told that this book was not presented, and I went back to the office to Mansakonko Area Council, yeah, and then I was told that it was sent back, all those receipt book, it was sent to them, because this one bears in my name at the CRBR. Okay. So when I went, I collected it from him, and I submitted, and I collected the said receipt book that they claimed not to be presented during the audit, presented after. Then I collected. When I first came to the investigators, that was the time that I went back to the National Audit Office.
Now, you said you left Mansakonko on the 12th of July.
Yes.
And this report was sent on the 18th. I am assuming that because it's dated on the 18th of July, yes, I am assuming that on this date, 18th of July, the Mansakonko Area Council received this audit report.
Yes.
So I believe what you are telling me is after yes, Mansakonko having received this audit report.
Yes.
So did you write to clarify to the audit office?
Yes, I took this one is confirmation to the Auditors General, National Audit Office, that this said book was submitted to them, and later I personally went there, and that they corrected it, and that they handed over to me, and I brought it to the investigators. This said GTR receipt book presently is under the custodian of the investigators.
No, yes, I agree, but for us to have...
For record, I did not write, but
yes,
I personally went there, yes, to confirm these receipt books. The auditors is on air. The auditors knows that I personally went there.
Yes.
And I collected it.
Yes, I understand that and I accept that evidence. But my take is, after doing that, did you write back to them? Because I believe, and we have got the auditors sit here and explain their process, how they do this process. That when they do the first draft, they send it to the office, for the office to look at all the queries and issues they have raised, for them to have the opportunity to provide further evidence. And they will incorporate whatever is sent to them after they have sent their draft.
Yes, with this.
And then they will now again send another draft before they send the final document.
Yeah, pertaining
for
to this one.
confirmation.
Yeah, pertaining to this one, because it's an engagement I made with them even not long ago.
Yes.
I can go back to them, and I can write to say that yes, following up this said unprecedented whatever requested by the commission. Can you clarify that one?
What you are referring to? Which of
Yes.
the amounts are you referring to?
No, the
Is it the one? Is it the one for?
You know the
40,000.
No, no,
the
you know that
64?
that one has. I think that one has somebody's name on that this thing, not mine.
Which one? No, this one is specific to you. This because they have listed the collectors
Yes.
that collected this revenue
Yes.
and identified the unaccounted revenue
Yes.
based on the receipts books that they have dealt with.
Yes.
So they have itemized the issues. And in fact, what they did was that the details of these monies were not specified. For example, let me give you an example. Receipt number 3003119, the collector was Modulamin Sedi, and the details of the collection was Lumo Jews.
Exactly.
And in those Lumo Jews, they have realized that 9,000 was unaccounted for.
Yes.
So for your own, the reason I'm asking specific question is because these amounts were specified. The amount of 40,100 was specified, was stated to be unaccounted for, and there were no details. And you have said you collect based on demand notes. And if you collect based on demand notes, it should give the details. And the auditors would have reflected the details of the demand note in this column to say it is a license paid by, for instance, a particular institution. Because
Okay.
that is where the details would have reflected. And in this instance, the details are not reflected.
Can I see the documents, please? Yes. Yes, these are all demand notes. These are all demand notes because like this 40,100 is paid by Una. You can even these ones they are very. Yes. No. No, it was not. But from this one, I can straight away know. This 40,100 was payment by UNA. This 64,000 was paid by. I can remember all the ones that are not specified. It was not provided.
What about the 1 million? Which payment was that? Because
Yeah,
the details are not there.
That is what that is the one I have said it here. You know, they said those ones they are all demand notes collected.
But the details of that particular transaction is not provided for in the column
That is
to show whether it is an institution or an organization that paid the 1.2 million.
yeah, that is true. this 1 million could have been car park fees because it's 1,250,512. Okay, this one is car park dues.
Is car park dues?
Yes.
So, if it is car park dues, you make demand notes to...
No, this one, when they transfer, every payment has a receipt. When they transfer...
This car park dues are RTGS direct to your account.
Yes. But we provide them with receipts.
Receipts?
Yes.
Yes.
For accounting purposes.
But then it is not detailed there that this is car park dues that...
Exactly. That was the case.
So it means even the car park dues, monies are expended without having recourse to the reason for the expenditure of those monies, right?
Monies are?
Expended.
No.
Because this is an unaccounted income.
No, this is, what happened? Maybe the receipts, that was the receipt. I cannot remember exactly, but I'm just assuming.
Mr. Sallah, it will be difficult because if you cannot remember and we cannot understand, we have been guided by the records we have got and the evidence we have received. And the only way we can verify and you help us understand is for you to tell us so that we will understand that this is, you understand, whether we would lend credence to what the auditor is saying or otherwise, because you are given the opportunity to tell us exactly what has happened.
I think I will to copy those documents and make follow-ups with the auditors.
Yes.
If that can be provided, if that time can be given.
That is not a problem. You can contact the registrar, who will avail you a copy.
Yes.
But I believe when you went to, you just told the commission that you went to the audit office to make clarification on
for this particular receipt.
Yes.
The receipt that I am
and
saying.
This clarification is pursuant to the report that they have sent. So
that one, when we that one I was not. It was only this particular receipt. When they say unpresented GTR receipt books, that one I was there on the audit listing. But
yes,
with this,
but why wouldn't you have collected a copy to go through the entire report and see where you could raise issues and give counter evidence to clarify some of the findings?
Yeah, I did not do that. I was only concerned about this unpresented GTR receipt books when they said it was not presented and it was in my name.
No, this is not, we are not talking about GTRs now. We are talking about unaccounted revenue.
Yes.
Yes. Council, you may proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sallah, when you collected the 1,200,512.74 butut, using the receipt numbers 3005901, 3005950. What did you do with the money that was collected?
The monies are deposited to the bank.
Don't laugh.
The monies are deposited to the bank accounts.
You don't laugh because you cannot account for.
The monies are deposited to the bank accounts.
Which bank account did you deposit this money to?
Mansakongo Area Council has one revenue account, and that's the Trust Bank.
This money was deposited to the Trust Bank account?
Yes.
Can you show us?
Yes, we will provide those evidence.
Is there with you here?
Yes.
Can you, this is in 2021. Can you check 2021?
It might not be one deposit because it's in different.
No, don't say that. Just show us where you deposited money.
The 2021 bank statement is not here.
So let me just clarify one issue.
Yeah.
You have just said right now that it may not be one deposit, which I will agree with you, because this is 01 to 50, which means there are 50 receipts. Yes. So now my question is, this cannot be car park as you earlier indicated, right?
Exactly, yes. Because according to the receipts he has called.
No, I just wanted the clarification on the issue of the car park.
Yes.
Because I agree with you that this is a cumulative amount of 50 receipts that were issued, amounting to 1.2. Yes. You know, you earlier on said it is a car park fees.
Yes.
And I know that car park fees are paid in bulk
Yes.
and in single transactions.
Yes.
Ah.
If you need time to find the accumulated deposits regarding these transactions, you can let us know.
Yes, I must need time to get those things.
But
And
you
also-
said that these were checks issued?
Yes, there are check issues.
No
I
cash,
never-
no cash?
I never collect cash.
Yes.
Yes.
But then, interestingly, the auditors couldn't even trace it in the bank account. They said that these were collections that were not paid to the receiving cashier since they were not posted in the main cash book. No evidence of banking was provided to confirm that these were paid to the council.
Yeah, I agree that it was not paid to the main cash book. It was not posted in the main cash book. But I wouldn't agree that it cannot be traced in the bank statement.
No, if it is not in the cash book, you cannot trace it in the bank.
Of course,
You see,
yes.
the two has to reconcile.
If you deposit them, no.
The two has to reconcile. Is that not the case? Your functions as per the financial manual, do I have to remind you? You want to be reminded? I'm asking you, sir, do you want to be reminded of your functions? Page 11, section 204, that of finance.
No, it's okay.
One of the things you must prepare is bank reconciliation, monthly bank reconciliation.
Yes.
You go to, as well, 204, produce promptly all cash, stamps, securities, vouchers, documents, and books of accounts for audit inspection when required to do so. Did you do that? You did not do that.
No, I did not.
Exactly. Now you want us to believe what you are saying? We cannot believe what you are saying, because for there to be reconciliation, for there to be proper account reconciliation, you must first follow and adhere to the rules of accounting, and you must record all these transactions. And then the bank statement, monies that reflect there, will only make sense when you have your cash book. Would that not be accurate?
Yes, but I can be guided by the bank statement also to trace some of the payments.
You can be guided by the bank statement.
Yes,
Any other person would not be guided by the bank statement.
yes, okay.
Not okay. I had told you, you have to agree or disagree. If you disagree, that you have to provide
Yes,
a better explanation.
yes, I agree.
That's it. That's the point. So this amount of monies, they cannot be accounted for. Do you know what the implication is, as per the audit findings? The revenue not accounted for can lead to misappropriation of council resources and violates Local Government Finance and Audit Act. Do you agree with that?
Yes, that's true.
Now, you had discussed the issue regarding unpresented GTR.
Yes,
But then before that, there was a recommendation that the amount in question should be recovered from the collectors without delay. Remember, that's you.
what?
The recommendation by the audit, in the audit report, is that this amount that cannot be accounted for must be recovered. And the management said that management has engaged the Director of Finance to account for the accounted revenues which were not posted in the main cash book. Management is making sure that the amount in question is recovered from the collectors, and evidence of the recovery will be presented as soon as it is completed. Now, the auditors further comment that no evidence of recovery was provided up to the time of finalizing this report. Management should ensure that all the efforts are made to recover the amount from the collectors listed above. Do you follow?
Yes,
They are saying it has to be recovered from you.
okay.
What is your position?
Yes, noted.
You agree?
Yes,
Good. Now, on presented GTR, on page 18, you had discussed this with the chairperson, and you had said that you subsequently presented these books, and that's Honorable Chairperson, that's correct. And if you look at page 20, the auditors will further comment that the receipt books was presented, and it totals $2,457,501.74 bututs. What is further commented on is that these monies that were featured in the books you subsequently submitted could not be traced in any of the accounts of the area council. Do you understand what we are saying, sir?
yes,
So to get the story right, is that the GTR book with serial numbers 3006051, as highlighted by the chairperson, to 3006100 was not presented for audit inspection. This was issued in 2021 to the Director of Finance, who should not be involved in the collection of revenue, sir. Were you supposed to be involved in collection of revenue, sir?
No, I was, but I said it. I was only collecting demand notes
No,
because
it's revenue. Is that not revenue?
no, I never collect revenue.
Is that not revenue? Demand notes, are they not revenue?
They are.
Why? You see, Mr. Sallah, you are making life difficult. I had told you, you know this subject more than we do. You are the account specialist. Don't make us lecture you on this thing.
When I said the demand notes, most of the demand notes are paid in
It's revenue.
Yes,
The
but
question now is the
they are
ban.
paid in the combos here.
It is revenue, sir.
And when you want, yes, it's revenue. I agree. I just
And
want to say that why, because as head of department, I know that it's not my responsibility to collect revenue. But sometimes when I come to the combo here, before sending in somebody else to come and collect, I collect under deposit.
Okay, fine. You take the risk.
Yes.
You bear the consequences. Is that not the case?
Yes.
That's how the world works. You take the risk, you bear the consequences. The issue is the law is there, the regulation is there. If you decide to go by your own regulation and your own rules and your own laws, I mean, you take the consequences. If things go well, we will celebrate you. If things are wrong, we will crucify you. And that's how unfair the world is. Do you understand that? So now, these receipt numbers, the details of the collection was posted in the main cash book maintained by the Director of Finance, but no evidence of deposit to the council account was provided. Now, you subsequently provided the receipts book. Is that not correct?
I did not even provide. It was sent to them. It was not, that time I was already gone to this place.
Okay,
To
it was provided.
Yes, it was provided.
Now, they said it was provided, and what was provided, the amount is $2,457,501.74 bututs.
Yes.
You can see the Annex A, Honorable Commissioners, at the back of the, Annex to A at the back of the, on page 62. Now, they are saying that what was provided, there is no evidence of these monies in the account. Again, your evidence?
I did not, I did not see that, but we will trust them. These ones, I have the bank statements here. It will take me just one day to settle out and give out all this thing. That one is
Mr. Sallah.
yes.
See,
Because we cannot collect, me, whatever I collect, I said it here, that I don't collect revenue. I only collect demand notes. And for the demand notes, it will be easier to trace.
we had already discussed that the demand notes is revenue,
Yes, that's true.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
They have cited the financial manual saying that it is the responsibility of the Director of Finance to ensure that all revenues, all receipts due to the council are promptly collected and accounted for on a daily basis. That the Director of Finance must ensure that the revenue and receipts are properly accounted for and fully reflected in the books of account. All collections made by the accounting staff should be immediately deposited into the council bank account using pre-numbered paying-in slip. That was not done, right?
Yes.
Now, the annex is showing the undeposited collections by the Director of Finance. In December 2021, GTR number 3006051 from RFSL details canteen rent from January to December 2001, $12,000. In 2020, from GAMTEL, payment of operational fees for a year 2021, $234,137.74 bututs. And it goes on. You have Jamil El Almani.
Almin. Jamin A.L. Almin. Those are demand notes. Alamin.
Alami,
Yes.
that's correct. 2022, $15,000 for operational fees. Tumbul Gasama, in 2022, payment of revenue collection on market duties. And the list goes on. And all these are undeposited collections by the Director of Finance. It goes on. And that is the accumulation of $2,557,501.74 bututs.
I never collect any revenue from Tumbul Gasama for market dues. It was I don't know. I
It was
never
what?
collect. I never collect single dollars from any revenue collector. I will not be responsible of to say that the market revenue, market dues. I did not collect. I did not collect.
What will you be responsible for?
I said that I did not. That one is not the the demand notes, as you are calling them. Those ones. They
No,
are
but
all,
this $257,000 is
yes,
2,457,000 plus.
yes.
You know, first, in fact, it's worse because at first they said these were not presented to them.
Yes.
Now they admitted that it was presented to them at a later stage,
Yes.
but the amount does not reflect. So they can only make reference to what was in the books.
I think to guide me also, I have to be supported with what you are reading, because all the you are reading, I don't see them. I have never had the opportunities to, because as you are calling Tumbul Gasama and that, and I have never collected from any from Tumbul Gasama, because I don't know what you are even reading, honestly. So I have to be guided to say that, to answer those questions properly, because it's just like I'm answering blindly, because the statement that you are calling, I don't know.
You want a copy of the...
Yes, I need a copy of these things to be able to...
Wait a minute. I mean, it's not for us to give you a copy. If you ask kindly, you will be given a copy. You have been given the copy. The chairman has generously given you her copy. You should say thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, but these are public documents. I mean, you have been audited. You should have all these copies. You have admitted that you have seen some of these audit reports. So don't come to the last minute when things are getting heated, and you now want to cry foul. You don't do that. We have passed this stage. I had to go and get a copy myself. You understand that? So turn to page 20. That's where we are now. Do you understand? Turn to page 20.
Yes.
Make your observations. We move on.
Yes, page 20, yes.
Should we move on?
Yes, page 20, you said revenue collectors in the table shows the cash book amount were remitted to the receiving cashier details.
The microphone, please.
Revenue collectors in the table below understated collection amounting to 6,700 in the individual cash book. The cash book amount were remitted to the receiving cashier detailed below. This is Momod Sediba, Lamin Cham, Sidi Sane, and Sidi Sane, 2020.
Yes? Go ahead.
This is addition of a weak internal control over revenue.
No, just address the issue. Do you have anything to deny or to make comment on?
That is what I'm telling you. I said these audit reports were sent when I already left. And these collections were...
You requested for the audit report. We have now given you a copy.
Momodu said, but these are amount he receives, and these are the outstanding, and this has this one.
This one what?
It's just for the first time I'm seeing this. Momodu said, amount received 15,500, amount cash at the bank is 12,500, understated is 3,000. I'm just seeing these things now.
It's your office.
Yes.
It's your office.
Yes.
You were the director of finance, not me. If I were there, I would have tried to see this at the earliest time. You knew at the time there was an audit. You admitted you knew there was an audit. You had told us that you had access to the audit report. This you told me even yesterday. Or am I wrong?
Access to the audit report for 2019.
But if you see 2019, why would you say 2020?
No, 2020, then I was already packing up for Basse.
No. My friend, you have seen these reports. You know you have seen this report, my friend.
I will not never deny of saying that I did not see this, and whereas I see
that's all right. So
it's not important.
Page 22. Payments not authorized by the Chief Executive Officer. Were you making payments without authorization?
There is no payment that can be done without the authority of the Chief Executive
Mr.
Officer.
Sallah, you admitted yesterday you had done that.
No, these are the vouchers, these are the payment vouchers.
You admitted yesterday you had done that.
Yes.
Today you want to change the story?
No,
Don't do that. Go ahead, sir. Did you not admit yesterday that you had made payments without authorization?
What I understand with this authorization.
Did you not admit? Did you not admit before you make you make the comment? Did you not admit yesterday that you had done payments without authority?
Without authority?
Yes, from the CEO.
Without
there should be double signatures.
Yes.
For checks and balances purposes.
Yes.
You had made payments without the CEO signing. You had admitted that yesterday. Some payments.
Without the CEO signing?
Yes.
The payment cannot be effected because I am not only sole signatories of the accounts.
Mr. Sallah.
What I was saying was,
yes,
there are instances where a payment will be done. A payment voucher, I said, will not be authorized by the CEO, but authorizing the checks. That's what I mean. There is no payment, whereas it can happen that the CEO will not sign the check.
Were you authorizing?
Because he is the principal signatory.
Were you authorizing payments without the CEO signature on the vouchers?
You know, those
on the vouchers?
Yes, yes, that happens.
So it reads, review of a sample payment vouchers amounting to $852,547.50. Do I? Okay. Thank you. Amounting to $852,547.50 were single-handedly prepared and processed by the Director of Finance. These payments were not authorized by the Chief Executive Officer. See Annex B for details. You can turn to the last page for details. Annex B on page 64, Honorable Commissioners, says payment vouchers processed by the Director of Finance. Net allowance in 2020, $1,000. Repairs and maintenance, $19,000. And you know what? You want to make us believe that these payments that are being referred to are probably checks signed. You are making cash payments.
These are not cash payments.
Okay. And you tell us what they are. 4G data router internet connection for the chairperson. Second, advance payment for gratuity for Tamsid Jame. Are you familiar with these payments, sir?
Yes, yes.
Where they done through check?
Yes, these are all check payments.
Okay, that's okay. That's
yes.
not a problem, sir.
Yes.
So, staff salary for July 2020?
Yes.
2-month store rent for COVID-19 food stock?
Yes.
Purchase of 4-door lockers and oil paint spray?
Yes.
If you say they are check payments, then it will reflect in the bank account.
Yes.
Is that not the case?
Yes.
Payment of staff salary for the month of March, $88,243. Payment of staff salary for the month of August. Payment of staff salary for the month of August again. Final payment for the purchase of chairperson's car, $130,000. Was this true check again?
Checks, yes, they are all checks.
But that's not a problem, as long as you can guide us through the bank statements and the net allowance. So all of these amounts, the findings were, and as it is, that you were single-handedly making these payments, preparing these vouchers without the signature of the CEO. Do you deny that, sir?
This I will say that the approval were made, but in the process of the payment vouchers, the CEO did not sign. But all these payments, you know, I cannot pay salaries alone. These checks has to be signed by the CEO and the Director of Finance. So in preparing the salaries or whatever or payments, then when the payment vouchers is been prepared, they didn't send the payment vouchers to the CEO to sign, and that was the problem. But there was nowhere.
What was the problem?
Maybe that was the problem. That
there cannot be maybe.
No,
in
not
situation.
maybe. No,
there
maybe.
has to be one accurate story. You tell us what the story is. Don't give us.
No, I'm not telling. I'm not telling you stories. I'm telling you what I know in this.
That's a story.
Yes.
A story can be factual. You have to tell us what the fact is.
Yeah, what I
Did you
know in
prepare
what I
payment
know,
vouchers without the signature of the CEO?
yes, that's true. When I know in this is we prepare the payment and that this by the payment vouchers was not sent to the CEO for him to sign, and that's all. Because most of the payments are all these payments are payment made by checks.
So you prepared payment without the authority of the CEO. Is that a yes? Is
No.
that a yes?
I cannot prepare payments without the authority of the CEO because the checks we are two signatories to the checks. What I can agree is the payment vouchers. He did not sign the payment vouchers.
We don't see the checks. All we know is the vouchers were not been signed by the CEO.
And all those, yeah, that's true. Anyway,
That's what?
I said that's true.
Good.
You didn't see the vouchers, but me as
Convenient point.
Convenient point.
Thank you.
We may rise for break.
man lii laa nekk di living nga man gisuma woon lii nii I never saw these things. Audit report for 2021 and 2023 nga lii nii dañ ko address on fekk man already I left. So man I was not teel a doog a gis nii. Exactly. Joxuñ ma ko man strategies man a def man.
Yes.
So léegi ban time la ñu ñëwaat. So man
1 2 1 2 audio check 1 2 1 2 audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check mic check 1 2 1 2 mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 audio check 1 2 1 2 audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check mic check 1 2 1 2 mic check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. One two one two one two one two one two one two. Audio check 1 2 1 2. Audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check. Mic check 1 2 1 2 mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. One two 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 one two. One two one two one two one two one two one two. One two one two one two one two. One two one two one two one two one two one two. One two one two one two one two. Audio check 1 2 1 2. Audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check. Good morning. Good morning. Audio check 1 2 1 2. Audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check 1 2 1 2. Audio check 1 2 1 2. Audio check sound check 1 2 1 2. Audio check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Audio check 1 2 1 2. Audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check.
Friday. Gine. They are Cameroon. I don't do that. Kita mi winjin. Debe ñu na Cameroon duro sabana. Su debe ñu na Cameroon duro sabana. Ma génne ko ma génne ko
1 2 1 2 audio check 1 2 1 2 audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 audio check 1 2 1 2 audio check sound check 1 2 1 2 sound check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
gis ñu ne neen la nañu takku liggéey boole xol yi te doon benn jàmm ak salaam la ñu wax Gambia one nation one people yeah
bu ñu àndee jiwu bokk ndey ak baay loo am ma yéene la ko lu ma am nga yéene ma ko takku liggéey nu ko jiiti réew mi bëggee takku liggéey nu ko jiitu réew mi bëggee su boobaa Gambia doon dëkk bu gën a nee ci Afrique Gambia dëkk du ko gën a nee ci Afrique Gambia can kill him. Let's live in peace, love, unity. Gambia, Gambia, make him. Gambia, Gambia, seek him.
MBT Music. MBT Music.
Gambia, I'll go lady dear, ya hayesa. 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 Settle no moji, what I hale ilaba. Lady Nissilati, Hop and see